Welcome. We are a mother-daughter podcast about all things surrogacy. Together, we have brought 8 beautiful babies into this world, and we would like to share through education and knowledge about surrogacy with those who want to educate themselves on the topic. This is Stop.Sit.Surrogate. Hey everyone, if you ever thought about becoming a surrogate, I want to share something with you. Stop.Sit.Surrogate is now a matching and referral agency that helps guide you through the very first steps of your journey. We'll walk with you until you're matched and connected with a trusted agency that supports you all the way through. It's such a meaningful process, and knowing you're not alone makes a huge difference. So if you're curious about surrogacy or ready to take that first step, check us out at Stop.Sit.Surrogate.com.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen.
Hey guys.
How you doing? All right, today super cool. We have Madison Feldman, who is the girl of the triplets that I had almost 20 years ago.
Yay, my gosh.
She's graciously agreed to tell us part of her story and kind of what it was like to grow up in that kind of a situation. And you'll hear again. All boys, all males. Like she was it. Other than did you call her a nanny or an au pair that would kind of helped you, your dad's? What did you guys call her? A nanny or a nanny? Yeah. But that was the only other female presence in the home. I know outside of the home you had other female presence, but you were it. You were it inside.
Man, you must be as tough as nails.
Oh, yeah. Right? Oh my God, too much. Is there anything well, okay, you're almost 20, right? Age-wise, almost 20. Mm-hmm. Are you going to school?
I am going to school. I am an incoming sophomore at the University of Colorado in Boulder.
Yay!
Love it.
Yeah. For you. What made you pick that? Do you know, was it what you're studying or?
Yeah, so first with my studying, I am currently a psych major, but I'm planning on switching. I know, I'm planning on switching to communications. Just wasn't as great for me as I thought it would be, but Boulder has a great psychology school, so I totally recommend it for other people. Also, I'm a pretty big nature person, and Boulder is a super outdoorsy school. Like they have hiking, kayaking, literally anything outdoors, so that played a big factor on why I choose Boulder.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous and super green.
Pretty there. Except winter. Winter is not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you get snow?
Other than that, it's great. Yeah. So like it starts in December, ends in August. I mean not August, April. August,
wow.
April, yeah.
Wow.
That's a long winter.
A long winter. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No thanks. And then you get back down to Florida, which is where the home base is, right?
It's great. It's like a mini vacation.
Nice. That's cute. That's sweet. Okay. So I think we're just going to jump right in if you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to put the readers on because I can't see. All right. Okay. First one.
Out of the loop.
What'd you say?
You said I feel so out of the loop.
Sorry. Yeah. So, okay. So how old were you when you found out that you were I guess call them a surrogate babies? Like when did it start? You may have found out at a certain age, but then also on that, when did you realize actually what that meant?
So I don't really remember the exact age. I mean, I kind of always knew I was a surrogate baby just because it was something that was always talked about in my family and also brought up in many conversations. But kind of when I started to grasp the idea of being a surrogate baby was when I moved from Atlanta to North Carolina. And like when I started making all these new friends who used to invite me over for play dates, and they would ask for my mom's number, but I had to explain to them that I don't have a mom. I have 2 dads.
Yeah.
It was hard to explain at my age.
How old were you when you guys moved to North Carolina?
We were 7 or 8.
Oh, wow.
That's a hard concept for like someone outside of that family dynamic to understand.
Yeah.
But I always got asked these questions if I was like adopted or how I was born, and just like things I didn't know how to answer.
Aww.
So Jason had to come into my school just to help explain to my class what surrogacy is. Yeah, just so they could get a better understanding. But the older I got, the more easier it was for me to understand.
That was very cool. Now I gotta go off on a tangent. How did your class react to him? You're 7 or 8. What are you, third grade?
I mean, all the other kids were I think it might have been kindergarten. It was before. Oh gosh,
Okay. It's okay. It was both grade grades. We're good. Primary.
Right. It was I think either first grade or something, but
Okay.
I remember super young. But I guess from what I remember, they were all just like, whoa, like what? That's so different because I mean, everyone has moms and dads. Like it's not common, especially at that time, to have two dads, especially being a child. So
Yeah, right. That's right. You have two whammies. Very
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So were you able, does that affect you? I mean, you being the only female in the house and you being a triplet and you being the product of two gay men. Like you have an egg donor for a mom, like not for a mom, but that's your egg donor, like that you have part egg donor and part dad, right? So was that hard to grasp?
For me, it wasn't hard to grasp, but there were a lot of misconceptions with my friends and family.
Okay.
Because growing up in North Carolina, especially in a pretty southern town, it wasn't common, so it was hard for my friends and their parents to understand what it was. And like they would try to ask me questions just to try to understand my story, but I just felt like they never fully understood what it was. But I never got judged, which is
I was going to ask that next. Okay.
right. Yeah, I never got judged for being a surrogate baby, but I think back then it was just like a weird, uncommon thing to do.
It was very uncommon, especially to get triplets. Yeah. We were like the second triplet pregnancy in that whole agency, the second triplet pregnancy. And after us, after us, they really cracked down on it. And they were like, no, we're not putting that many eggs in. We're not doing that anymore. Like, because it's risky. We were lucky. You guys were all healthy. It's risky. Yeah. Okay, good. So it wasn't like, hey, you can't play with, hey, little boy over here, you can't play with Maddie because of that. Okay, good. Okay.
No, good. That, but I know like sometimes because it was always Terry who was the one who was coordinating all these play dates. So they would never, they always thought like he was the dad because sometimes I guess he wouldn't explain. So when I would go to the house, like the parents would always be like, oh, like what do your parents do? And I was like, yeah, like my mom, like real estate, like whatever. Like I just go with the flow.
You just okay.
You don't explain. So
coping mechanism. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's bizarre.
I know, because like I never really thought of it from like you and like your brother's point of view, like having to like actually like explain like over and over and over again, like you're just like beating a dead horse.
It gets really tiring, especially at that age. I didn't fully understand it. I mean, now I do, but
then you're just like, can I just play with my friends? Like,
like
like, and if you're at a certain age having a hard time grasping it and you're like living it, how are other little kids going to grasp it? That's just nuts. How are they going to do it? They can't. I think that's phenomenal that Jason went to your school. And like,
I love that. That's amazing.
It helped a lot too.
Yeah, I bet it did.
It made me feel more comfortable too.
Oh, good.
I love that like your school was like so open to that. Like, and just like, come on in and share this, uncommon but part of life journey.
I mean, I'm sure we were the only triplet gay parent family there, so
I'm sure you were.
Of course, they had to take up that opportunity.
Wow. That throws me to another one. When you guys went to school, were you all kept in the same class, or did they specifically ask for different teachers so you guys could create your own anonymity, your own like lives?
Yeah. So when we were super young, until I think we started first grade, we were all in the same class. And then once we reached first grade, Jason and Terry just kind of wanted us to split, so we knew how to like leave each other's space and to like learn how to do things on ourselves, because we would always rely on each other.
That's so sweet. Aww. You have a pretty good relationship with Ben and Seb?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's good.
When I was younger, it was kind of harder, but now, like, since I'm older.
That's kind of the sense I got from them. Yeah. When it was younger, it was a little, because they were boys, you were a girl. Not that you guys can't interact, but I just think you're all going through different things in your lives. Yeah. To have to deal with all that. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We kind of already touched where there are misconceptions of what surrogacy was. Yeah. And did you think you were adopted at some point? Did that ever kind of come to fruition for you, or you just knew you got here in an unconventional way because you didn't have a mom?
I think when Sebastian thought we were adopted, me and Ben kind of thought we were adopted. That's kind of just like about the sharing off like each other's ideas.
That's funny.
But I knew we weren't adopted because, like I said earlier, like surrogacy was always brought up in a lot of conversations, especially when we were younger. And I'm sure Jason did that for us to like start to understand how we came to be.
Yeah. And did you refer? Oh, go ahead, Ken.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I forget which brother. I think it was Seb. I think he was the one who said it, but one of them for a point in time thought that Ellen was like your guys' mom. Like, did you think that?
No, I never really thought that. I always knew you as my California mom.
Right, I know. That's such a cool title.
Knowing, so
yeah. Do you guys remember making the phone calls like on my birthday, calling me?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't remember that.
You guys were cute. Yeah, you did.
I remember getting letters from you each year.
Yeah. And I made you guys a book when you were 10. I made you each your own book.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and it had pictures of when. What'd you say?
I think Jason has them.
Yeah, I made you each a book. Yeah, because you got to double digits, and I'm like, I gotta send something. Yeah, super cute. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Now we kind of talked about that already. Let's see. We already just talked about the California mom. Oh, there we go. So what were some of your challenges, if you faced any, being the only girl in a home with all males? Were you a princess? First of all, I gotta know, were you a princess? Was the room?
Yeah.
I was spoiled a lot, and I still am, which is kind
of cute.
I think one of the biggest challenges I faced as being the only girl in my family was going through puberty.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know. I remember getting the talk from my grandma and just
Gail.
Yes.
Did Gail? I love it.
Yeah, and just her helping explain everything to me because Jason and Terry just didn't feel comfortable, I guess. But I remember getting my period, and it was just like a big moment for me, especially for Jason and Terry. But I remember Jason, he actually threw me a period party, and he got me like a chocolate cake with red icing.
No, that is. Why did I get a period party, Mom?
That is epic. I never knew that. Not that they would share all those moments with me, but wow.
So cool.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
You have an extraordinary dads. You know that, right? They're
totally
extraordinary. They are unbelievable. Yeah. Wow.
He always comes up with all these cool surprises too, which you would never expect. So
that is so cute though. But that's so fun. Okay, wait, I have to know about this period party though. So like what did it entail? Like how did you know it was like a period party?
Gosh, well, I think it was the night after I got my period, but I remember getting the chocolate cake and the red icing. And I think for gifts, there's like pads. I didn't really use tampons, so I didn't get any of those.
Yeah, I love it.
So it was like a small little party with Jason, Carrie, and others.
That's sweet.
My God.
I like the fact that they embraced you turning into, going from maybe childhood to womanhood, the next step, rather than hide that or, shame it because it wasn't happening to them. I love that. Absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is so fun.
And actually, the other day I was talking to my aunt about this, and she had to email Jason like instructions on what to get me for when I got my period, just how to help me out because I had no clue what to do.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually ended up writing my college personal essay on this topic just because how fascinating it is.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That is very cool. So your topic was being
It
what?
What was it called? I think it was called Growing Up as the Only Girl or whatever in my family. And I wrote about the period party and just my experience. I can share it with you if you would like after, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
I wrote one about that, and then I wrote another one on Ben and Sebastian, just about like how on I guess just kind of on our like differences.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the bigger one was me hitting puberty and just my experience.
That's so cool.
Is that the one that went to Colorado?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Sebastian said he wrote some essays on
a surrogacy.
Surrogacy. Yeah, being a surrogate. I mean,
I
being
think we
part of
all
the surrogate.
wrote some kind of essay on this just because it's like the coolest topic and the cool fun fact. Like that's my go-to, honestly.
It's your go-to? Is that what you just said?
Go-to, yeah. I mean, being a triplet and
yeah,
surrogacy baby, but
see, and I didn't get that vibe from you. Being a surrogate baby was like maybe a go-to, or being a triplet baby. Yeah, I didn't get that vibe from. I got it from the boys, but I didn't get it from you. And now you just said it. That's very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting, because it is so unique. I mean, the journey that we embarked on when your parents, you know, signed up for an agency, and then I happened to sign up for the same agency, and then we kind of connected. Yeah. Like what fate that was. So we didn't know what the heck we were embarking on. None of us. We just knew I wanted to do a surrogacy. They wanted a baby. We were thinking one. And when 3 came up, the whole game changed. It just changed.
And didn't you originally put like, how much was it?
4. Okay. 4. Because we were all sitting there ready to get the transfer, and Dr. Sahikian walks in and says, well, the egg quality is not that great. So we got this many, and everybody just kind of looked at each other, and they were like, well, you just want to put 4? And we're all just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, they could have split. It could have been 8. Like, we were just like so naive. And then at the ultrasound, when they counted, though, there's 1 heartbeat, there's 2, there's 3. I mean, I think Terry just went white. Like, what? 3?
I think he fainted.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah. Oh, it was a shocker for all of us.
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine. We wouldn't have turned back. I don't think any of us would have turned back. And I think you were all meant to be here and to be their children. It just, I don't know, just to me, it felt all right. Yeah. I was never on bed rest with you guys. You guys were all healthy. I just think it's just meant to happen.
I have the worst memory, and that just popped into my head. So like, I just have to say it now. It's kind of like out of the blue, but we just talked to Ben, right? Yeah. And so Maddie, are you in love with milkshakes, or is it just Ben?
I think maybe just Ben.
Okay.
I like more of like pastries and like desserts like that. But I listened to Ben's podcast, and I remember you guys talking about like you had to drink a lot of milkshakes, and then like that's the guy's love of milkshakes.
That's right. That's why I forgot about that. Yeah, I had to drink a lot of them. Yeah, because they want you to gain so much weight, and I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do it. Somebody's telling you. Yeah. I had to gain 24 pounds by the 24th week. And I did. I gained 25. It was hard. It was really hard, because as you guys got bigger and bigger, like 24 weeks, you're about 6 months pregnant. Yeah. So you guys were taking up a lot of room, and my stomach was actually being compressed. So I wasn't able to eat as hearty of meals as maybe I normally would have, not being pregnant, or maybe with just one. So the liquid stuff actually worked better. So that's why it was like, let's get the fattiest ice cream we can find and pour whole milk in and make a milkshake. I mean, I would go to Baskin Robbins daily and go get a huge milkshake and drink it, because I was petrified I wasn't going to gain the weight, because towards the end, you guys lived off that extra fat that I had on me from, I couldn't eat a whole lot towards the end was the deal. And so that's why let's ramp up and let's give them something to be able to pull off of you.
Yeah. And was that just because of how much your stomach like expanded?
Right. And my stomach was super, super tiny. Like, you guys took up all the space, and you were compressing my organs on the inside, which is just normal pregnancies do that, but it was times 3 with you guys. So by the time at the end, I was like eating maybe a cracker at a time, like, and 3 hours later, I'd have like, you know, a half a cup of soup. So it was like not a lot of food going in there in the last couple months, but enough to sustain. You guys were healthy. That's funny. All right. So what else I got on here? Oh, okay. That's a good one. So you mentioned your grandma, you mentioned your aunt. Like, were they your main role models growing up as females? And then you have an Aunt Sherry too, right?
Yes. That
So
was
I
what
know.
I was referring to.
Yeah. Oh, that's the aunt you were referring to? Oh, okay. I thought it was the aunt who is, I don't even remember her name, but her husband's the one who was into Home Depot. What?
Oh, Aunt Lisa.
Lisa. Thank you. But it was Sherry. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is Gail and Sherry on the same
That's
dad side?
Yeah, it's Jason's sister and then Jason's
Mom. Okay, got it.
Gail's mom, Sherry's the sister. Yeah.
Yes.
Sherry has a little girl, Delilah. God, she's a cutie.
Yeah.
My God.
Didn't someone
I
just have
spent
a
the night
baby?
at hers the other day. Yeah.
What'd you say, Maddie?
I spent the night at Sherry's the other day.
Oh, you did? How
Yeah.
old's Delilah? She like 6, 7?
Gosh, no, she's turning 7 in like
Okay.
what, 10 days?
Okay. Oh, so cute.
And
then her uncle, which is
Oh,
Jason's brother, Jeff,
had a
just
baby.
had a baby boy. His wife had a baby boy, right?
got it. Okay.
Yeah. And she just saw Felix today, she said.
yeah,
Oh, how
He's
cute.
super cute.
Oh my gosh, everybody's having babies.
I know.
Is Jason like older than his like siblings?
He was born
I think Jason's first.
in 71, and then I think it might have been Sherry, and then Jeff is the youngest.
Oh, Jeff is the youngest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm like, you guys are like almost 20 and people are now having babies.
Yeah, he's gonna be a pretty old dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's okay. He's got lots of wisdom.
It's funny. Okay, so Sherry and your grandma Gail were the main two.
I think another big person that I looked up to was my nanny Alta. I don't know if you know her.
I know of Alta. Yeah.
She was with us until we started driving, so I guess 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
She taught me so many things, and she helped guide me growing up, and she was one of the only woman figures in my life besides my grandma, my aunt, but who was there every single day for me.
Right.
But yeah, she was a big part of my life and made a really big impact.
Do you think that possibly, because having a nanny until you're 15, that might seem a little long to people, but do you think maybe your dad's kept her around because she was the only consistent in your life?
Yeah, I think that could have played a big part, but she was also family at that point.
Yeah.
And she also lived in South Africa, so it was hard to, go back and forth.
Oh, I didn't know that's where she was from.
Yeah, she's from Pretoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when she was done nannying you guys, did she go back or did she went back? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But we don't have much communication anymore.
No.
Just because she's blind now, unfortunately. She always had stuff wrong with her eyes, which really sucked, but we don't communicate as much anymore. But I know her son always reaches out to Jason. That's how we are. Yeah.
It's very sweet.
So we have that contact.
You're pretty much the only I did 3 surrogacies, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys are the only ones that I communicate with.
Really?
Yeah. Because your dad's made an effort. I made the effort. I wanted to stay in touch. No way, no heck did I ever think you guys were related to me at all, ever. That never popped into my brain. But how they treated me through that whole surrogacy and how they treated me after you guys were born should be written down for other surrogate parents to follow.
It should be like a guidebook.
It should be a book. It should be a motto. We're thinking of writing a book, Kennedy and I myself, and they did it right. They did it right. Granted, we had our little ups and downs, but you're always going to have that in surrogacy because people don't know each other and they're coming together to bring life.
But I think, I've had ups and downs in mine too, but I think what stayed very prominent in your relationship with them is like there was a mutual respect, and like that,
and there still is to this day. Yep.
That's the key.
It is the key. And they jumped up. I don't even know if you know how this went down, but when surrogates match up with intended parents, we're given books. We're given like a profile, and your dads are the ones who make the profile up. Like they put pictures of themselves. They put all what their hobbies were, what they were looking for. And so I had that with a couple other profiles, and literally they jumped off the page at me. They just jumped. They're like, pick us, pick us, pick us. They didn't say that to me, but that's what I was getting from this profile. So I looked at the other two, but I'm like, yeah, no. And I kept going back to theirs and back to theirs. And I'm like, yeah, I have to work with these people. And that's how that started. But that's how infectious they are.
Yeah.
From even just from written word. Like, it was so weird, but they're phenomenal. And you already know, because they're your dads, but they're like phenomenal human beings. I know their lives kind of went a little separate ways, but they're still all about family, and they're still all about, connecting. Terry even said he came and spent some time in the back house of the Florida house. I'm like, whoa, that's a 180. Like, that's phenomenal.
And I love how Jason and Terry still have such a great connection, because I know with a lot of other divorced families, they don't have that connection. So it feels really good that they do.
I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we got who your influences were. And like, do you still to this day go to Sherry for advice? And yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
I think that she's my go-to if I have any type of,
she probably loves it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? You do not have to answer it, I promise. We can take it out. But no, do you that's not the right word, but do you feel a type of way that you didn't have like a mom, like a mom figure kind of growing up? I know that you had your nanny and like your aunt, but like,
is there resentment? I think is what she's trying to say.
But I don't
feel like you missed out. Do you feel like you missed out? Yeah.
No. I love having two dads, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh, I love to hear that. That's sweet.
I think having all those other women figures in my life helps. So
totally
having them, like, I mean, I think it would be cool, like having a mom and seeing how she would raise me and see what she would look like. But it's really cool having two dads, and also like being able to feel comfortable to talk to my other family. I think that's like another important thing.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely.
So on those lines, I heard like maybe, I don't know, a month or two ago, you guys were just texted a picture of your egg donor. Just kind of came in.
Yeah.
That go down. Like, how did you react to that?
So actually, I was the one who brought it up. I was in Beaver Creek in Colorado with my boyfriend and Aunt Lisa, and I call her Gigi, but Gail, Gigi.
Okay.
My grandma, she was there, and Aunt Lisa's really big into family history. So we were on that topic, and she asked, she's like, have you ever wondered like who the egg donor is? And I was like, yeah, like I have. So Gigi was like, you should text Jason, like maybe he has a picture.
Oh my god.
And I did, and he sent pictures.
Do you see a resemblance of you and her?
Kind of. Have you seen what she looks like?
Yes, yeah, I have, and I do. Yep, I see it.
I see some of the same features, like with my eyes and like my mouth and like face shape, but not really, not exactly like, but
yeah, I see more Jason in you than I see the egg donor, but I can totally see where the two pairings, if you put Jason and the egg donor together, yep, that's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah. It was so cool. Like, just my reaction, I think, was like, wow, like that's who I'm like not made from, but like
you are
where I kind of came from. Like, that's so cool.
You are. You're genetically, yes, you are. That's insane. I was adopted as a baby, so I kind of have that, like I'm actually genetically linked to other people, and this isn't about all that, but she found me and I was able to get that connection, and I was able to, that's how come I walk like that. That's how come I use my hands so much. Like, a lot of things start to come to fruition. I'm like, wow. But my parents who raised me are my parents. That's exactly how I feel about that. But yeah, it's interesting to see, just to see if you look, to see if any of the resemblance came through. Yeah, that's crazy, because they looked really hard for her. I know they did. They took a long time trying to get that egg donor.
Do you know how, like, what the process is of that?
Along with the agency, they have an egg. What'd you say?
I was just saying, like, I've always like wondered how
they got her before they got me. So through the agency, they have an egg donor portion of the agency, and they start flipping through portfolios. And I think your dad's, and they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had a criteria of what they were looking for. And I think education was one of them. I think they wanted some of the features of possibly Terry, because the sperm was coming from Jason.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what they were looking for. And that's how they landed on her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was just from a picture. I don't think they ever met her. I don't quote me on that, but I don't think they ever met her face to face. I think it was all a picture. Yeah.
Is it because she was super young and just wanted to keep it kind of like confidential?
I think most of them don't meet the egg donors.
Okay.
Back then, I don't know about now. Kennedy, can you say anything about that?
Now I do know that like I don't know if they meet them in person, but I do know that like egg donors nowadays definitely have the opportunity to be like, oh yeah, like the kid can contact me when they're 18, or, you know, I don't want to know. Yeah, like that's, you know, and so that's a whole other level to it. I don't know how it was back then. But.
Yeah, back then it was a little bit more. The egg donor was kind of the silent partner, and then the surrogate was the one that had the relationship with the parents, because the surrogate was carrying and they had to kind of deal with her. Yeah.
Also, how is it now with finding a surrogate? Because I know you said like they were flipping through books, or you were flipping through books, or
when a surrogate signs up for an agency, right, Ken? We sign up for agencies, and back then it's different. Not want to say it's totally different from now, but back then, all my insurance had to be in place, my medical screening had to be in place, everything had to be in place before I could start looking at profiles. And I got to look at the surrogate parent profiles.
Right.
They weren't necessarily looking at me. And when I said I was interested, then they contacted the parents. So in your case, Jason and Terry, and then they flew out to California and we met.
But that's not all agencies. There are agencies that just will match you and like you don't get to look at anybody, or, you know, they'll be like, hey, this couple is looking at you. What do you think? Or they will give you the option. They'll give you like 2 and 3 couples and they'll be like, okay, you pick.
I feel like that's crazy that, you know, some people just don't want to share like who they are. I feel like that's so important. Like with the surrogacy, or do surrogacy with the egg donor?
Egg donors don't share who they
egg
are.
donors typically don't. Typically they're anonymous, and my understanding with an egg donor is they're anonymous. A lot of them, I've known a lot of egg donors, they do it while they're in college. It's a source of income. It's a very easy, not easy, it's a couple weeks of their life. And then it helps with tuition, or it helps with living expenses. And from the few I know that have done it, that's exactly the reasons they've done it. I wouldn't be able to speak to the volumes of egg donors that are out there. But yeah, most of them anonymous. I would have to say, yeah. Okay. And like Kennedy said, surrogate agencies are different. I think they either have the parents look at the profiles of the surrogate, or the surrogate looks to look at the profile of the parents. I like it where the surrogate kind of gets to pick out and kind of feel, because the surrogate's the one who's really going to be thrown into this relationship and have to kind of mold everything around it. And if they're not going to get along, like my first surrogate, it was with the same agency. They matched me. They said, this is who you're working with. And I didn't know any different. And then when I got Wise, the second surrogate that I did, that was you guys. I was with the same agency, and I asked to see multiple profiles, and they allowed me to. So that's why we're doing this podcast, because there's certain things that surrogates may not know when they go into this as a first timer. And they just like, help me get the questions answered. What am I supposed to be looking for? What are red flags? And so that's what we're trying to demystify as well. But first time they told me, and second time I picked. So
how did you get into surrogacy?
How did I get into it?
Yeah.
It's always something that was in the back of my mind after I had my first child. I knew I was adopted. I knew what my parents, how elated they were that they actually got to raise children. They got 3 of us through adoption. And I just thought, wow, pregnancies, and I'm not saying it's easy for everybody, but it was fairly easy for me. And I just wanted to help. I knew we were done with our family, and I thought, well, I still have a couple good years left. Why can't I help somebody? And back then, 21 years ago, like not a lot of, this wasn't happening a whole lot. It was like, I would tell people I'm a surrogate and they go, what's that? Now it's widely popular. Like people know what that word means, but I just had to do it. So I started to research agencies, and got my husband on board and I said, I have to do this. I just have to. And went with an agency I thought was going to be, because I really wanted, my biggest focus was I needed to do this for gay men. That was my number one priority. And I found an agency that really catered to gay and lesbian, that culture. And so I went with that agency. And Kennedy has done it. I did it for 3 gay couples. Kennedy, I think, has done it for 2, right?
2, and then a heterosexual.
And then a heterosexual couple.
What was your experience like?
No. Well, my first experience was really good. I'm still in touch with them. They just had another baby. They live in China though, or actually, sorry, they just moved to Thailand. And my second couple, they live in Australia, and they're really sweet, and we talk here and there for holidays and birthdays. So those 2, I had really good experiences. And then my third one was the worst experience that I've ever heard of, and that I even went through, and was very verbally abusive and mentally abusive and not supportive, and it just wasn't good. But baby was healthy, so all good.
I feel like if you can't, like, if you're not gonna be nice and treat it like, you know, a good thing, and like treat the surrogate good, like, don't do it, because that must have sucked.
The stigma is still out there, that people have money, and this isn't of every situation. So listeners, don't get me wrong, but buying a baby, and I hate to term it that way, but some people have so much money that they just feel that they can control every aspect of your life. You are doing something for them.
It becomes more of a very strict business transaction,
right?
Where no emotions, and people are no longer looked as people. They're looked at as, I'm paying you for a service, so do it, and do it how I tell you to.
Personal.
It's not.
It's not. And it makes it toxic as well.
Yeah. And every surrogate needs to go into this not thinking I'm going to become best friends with these people. That's the misconception I'm hearing a lot. You can't want to do surrogacy because you want some new best friends and you want to have a connection with them. So wrong if that's the motive. Because if a connection's going to happen, which we've talked to several surrogates, and a connection has happened, and in others, no. It's, you got to go in for the right reasons. And I think Kenny and I did for the right reasons, and some worked and some didn't. And it's just the cards you're given, and you just kind of deal with it. I grew a lot from the 2 that didn't work out for me. I mean, I had healthy babies for these people, but I learned a lot. And then came your parents, and they were like just such angels. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what?
Your parents were one of the reasons why I wanted to be a surrogate. Yeah. Like, because when I very much remember, I remember Jason, but I very much remember Terry. Like, I was like, I want to be Terry's best friend. Like, I loved Terry so much.
He was awesome. Yeah.
He was just like the coolest guy. And then as I grew older, I was like, well, this is so fun to do the shock factor. If my mom had triplets, or like, you know, because I would always be like, oh, she's carrying triplets, but it's not ours, boom chick. And like, you know, it's for 2 gay guys. And like, everybody would just be like, wait, what? And so it was a fun shock factor. And then as I got older, I actually wanted to do it for more reasons and valuable reasons. But I was always like, where can I find a Jason and a Terry? And like, I was pretty close. So like, I can't like bitch, but
she was pretty close. Yeah.
That was the goal.
And I would have to say most parents go into this with the right reasons in mind, but who knows what their journey has been prior to getting into surrogacy. Maybe they've tried on their own. Maybe they've done IVF on their own. Maybe they went the adoption route and it didn't work out and they were so close to getting a baby. And now surrogacy is their last ditched effort at this. And they think that if we throw all this money at it, and it's not just throwing the money, it's we get to control this. Because we need a baby. We want a baby so desperately. And I understand it. So it's everybody's different journey level on that one. But again, respect is huge. That's it. Just respect. Yeah. So when you say that this is your go-to, when you talk about surrogacy or triplets, it's your go-to, like when you're meeting new people or you're in a room of new people, does it happen to come up that, hey, you're a triplet, and oh, how did that happen? Or how does it happen? How does it get talked about?
I think when we're on like the conversation of like, oh, like tell me about yourself, or
okay,
I just want to get to know more about you type of questions. Like I'd be like, like I'm a triplet through, like I'm a surrogate baby. Like I'd be like, no way. Like, and that's just kind of how I share.
That's super fun.
Yeah. So going off of that, just piggybacking because I'm super interested. So like when you were like first talking to like your boyfriend before he was your boyfriend, he was like, let me get to know you, where you're like, well, here it is. Like
I think that was one of the first things that I told him.
Wow.
Oh gosh, I don't even.
Did you meet him at college, Maddie? Did you meet him at college?
Yes, we met like first semester.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cute, so cute.
But yeah, that was one of the first things that I brought up to him.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's so
He was
sweet.
really understanding of it, which was super nice.
Yeah.
That is
And he's
cool.
told his family, which is awesome.
Aww.
Yeah.
Have you met his family?
Not yet. We had this whole plan, but kind of didn't go through. But I am planning on meeting them in August when I move back in, which would be
good.
nice.
That would be
I'm
very
so
nice.
excited.
Now
Yeah.
you're not getting an apartment with him, or are you?
No, I'm getting an apartment with 3 other girls.
Oh, good. Well, that's
Yeah.
fun. Did you know them? Do you already know them?
I've met one of them, but I don't really know the other two.
Okay. That's okay.
I know you're gonna ask me like a question, like hard, like the hardest thing, which kind of wanna, talk about it and bring like up my roommate situation. So,
What did she say? Say that again.
but I know you were gonna ask me like a what's the hardest thing type of question,
Yeah.
and that also relates to living with all girls. So,
Oh my gosh, how fun. Oh my gosh. Well, in my head, I'm thinking like, well, yeah, she grew up with all dudes. Like I couldn't even imagine going from like so much testosterone to so much estrogen. Like I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
So it's an adjustment, huh?
It is a big adjustment just because like I think probably like making friends with girls was the most challenging thing for me, and it still is.
Really?
I've been around guys all my life. I like my brothers and my dads, but I am able to form better connections with guys just because it's easier.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can obviously make friends with girls, but I think for me, like I'm typically more attracted to girls who are more like, what's the word? Like tomboys more than like girly girls.
Bit more.
That's how I am. That's how I've always been. So
tougher skin, a bit more independent, and not like, yeah. I'm the same way.
A bit more laid back, a little bit more chill, like that type of vibe. And that's like what I attract to more.
That makes sense.
If you don't want to talk about this, we don't have to, but I do know at some point in your younger life, you went off to some other school.
Yeah, so I got sent to 3 different residential treatment centers. 3, yeah.
They were residential treatment centers, Maddie?
Yeah. I was 11, or no, I was 12, and then I came back when I was 14. But my first one, I hated it so much. It was all girls.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it much because it was girls. I kind of had to like deal with them and just tolerate them. Yeah. But more just like the staff. They were
really.
It was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. But in the middle of my stay there, I got sent to a wilderness program where I lived in the woods. And it was just I don't even know how I would even describe it, but it was like you would do hiking, you would eat in the woods, like learn to cook. And it was co-ed, so I was there with guys and girls. I'd camp there, and you'd obviously be with staff, but it was more of like a program just to let yourself be and just, I guess, kind of get a break. And I was there for, I think, 2 months. Okay. And then after that, I got sent back to the all-girls one for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I got sent to a place in Utah. It was also co-ed, but you couldn't talk to the guys. You could only communicate with the girls.
Oh my God. I didn't know any of that, Maddie. I thought it was one place. That's it. And I thought it was a boarding school.
Yeah.
No, different, but I did school there, so.
How did that affect you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Better, but I guess just mainly like growing up, it was hard to like get along with my family and brothers into all, but I guess that was part of puberty and just not having like women figures.
That's fair.
But also I struggled in school a lot and just really bad behavioral issues too. It was a
So
big
it sounds like you're, I guess, grateful or whatever for going through your journey, right?
Yeah.
Because it's where you are now.
I think that, I mean, it's obviously helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I've gained a lot of like knowledge from going to all those places, but at the same time, I feel like there could have been like a different option because I was young when I got
You
sent
were
to
young.
That's crazy. You were 12?
I was 12, yeah.
Oh my
You were young.
gosh. That's so little.
I remember when that happened, and I was talking to Terry, and we just connected on his birthday one year, and I was talking to him, and he was going through some stuff, and he was telling me about that, and I was like, "Oi, okay," but it was posed. It was like it was a boarding school, and I thought, well, she might, because it'll be around girls, and and I was just like, I never knew it was all the different ones. So in the beginning, were you resentful? Were you like, why do I have to go? Why are they sending me?
I really didn't even know what it was because
Okay.
Jason and Terry, they kind of described it like it was camp because
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
you want to like say the name of the first one, but it was kind of more of like, oh, we have a lake here and we have like activities, so it's a camp.
Okay.
Oh,
But it was not really a
it was
camp.
not a camp.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
My
I guess in
gosh.
hindsight, maybe that journey has made you partly of who you are now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I always have to see, maybe is there any good that can come from what happened?
Can I
Yeah,
ask,
I mean,
sorry, I was gonna ask, did the boys get sent somewhere? No.
they're behaved a little bit better. So yeah, but like adding on to what you were saying before, Ellen, I think like since I got sent away at such a young age, like college was really easy for me to go to. Compared to, I mean, I'm sure, I don't know Ben and Seb's experience with leaving for the first time, like being away from their siblings and like parents, but for me it was pretty easy just because I had that experience. So that was like a plus thing. So
Yeah. So growing up with like sports and things like that, did you all three play on the same t-ball team and the same soccer team, or did you branch off and go into different, or the guys could have branched off too, I don't know, but it just seems like that would have been hard to have three kids in three different activities.
yeah, so we were on the same t-ball team and I think we did a lot of sports together when we were super young.
Yeah.
But then when we got older, Ben and we did soccer for a little bit, but we were in different teams.
Right.
Okay.
Seb did baseball, his own thing, and then Ben started doing basketball, and then I got into horseback riding, which I'm still in today.
Are you still doing it? Do you have your own horse?
I don't, but I'm on the equestrian team for my school, which is really fun.
Stop! That is
cool.
awesome.
So that's my little fun activity that I do at school.
That's cool.
I want to offshoot on that. How do you get on an equestrian team at your school? How do you do that?
Try out.
Okay.
You try out, and if you like, not if you're good. I mean, okay, yeah, if you're good, like you get in, like you get placed in different like sections.
Yeah. What do you compete in? What do you do?
I do 100 jumpers.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Yeah.
I don't. Explain.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's basically you jump a horse like over a fence, but
okay.
Over fences.
Jumping.
Yeah.
Like have you seen it on the Olympics?
Yeah.
So that's like show jumping.
Okay.
But 100 jumpers is more like you have to like
is it the pole thing?
The fences?
No, it's the same. It's the same jumps, but so show jumping, it's all about time. You have to move fast. But for 100 jumpers, it's based on like how good you look, like how well you can move with the horse, and it's based on like looking like pretty over a jump kind of thing. So
wow. So
it's harder
so you're on the team. Have you competed like with the team, or
this year, or I guess freshman year I didn't get the opportunity just because there were a lot of seniors on the team, so they just wanted to get the seniors to show a little bit more. But I will be competing in the fall. So
good. Oh my gosh, that's exciting for you.
Do you guys travel?
We travel to Colorado Springs, which is like
Oh,
a half drive, but for
yeah.
regionals, you go to Pennsylvania.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super
But
fun.
the Western team, I know for their shows they go to Nebraska.
Okay.
Pretty far, but and they have to drive there with all the horses. So it's a lot.
That
Yeah.
I'm so, and then I know because Ben got into basketball. I went and saw a basketball game of his. He was at a tournament
Mhm.
one weekend out here, and by chance
I
said,
remember.
yeah, and he's like, nobody's here to watch me. And Ben and Jason was like, Ellen lives in California. So I'm like, I'll go. Yeah. And then, so what is Sebastian? I don't even know if we asked Sebastian what his like main interests are right now.
Right now he's doing, well, he's not doing it anymore, but he did scuba diving.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
I don't know how big he is into it now.
Okay. And he's going to Florida.
Sports. Yeah, he goes to UMiami.
Yeah. And then Ben's out here. It's USC?
Yes.
Yes, USC. Yeah. I got it. When he comes back out, I gotta get back with him because
connect.
yeah, we need to. Yeah, we need to do dinner or something. Or you can come to the house. We have a pool. I told him
And I'm close too, so I can always, fly over if I want to hang with Ben for a weekend.
That's cute. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. That's adorable. God, can you imagine that? The two of the triplets at my house. That would be crazy. That would be nuts. So funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun if both triplets? I would have all triplets. I would have your whole dang family at my house if I could. Like I would, because I love you guys so much. I do. And I know we don't talk. I know we don't have like a communication thing going back, but I am so invested in all of your lives. Like, because I feel like I had a small part in it. Like I helped get you here. And I just want to see y'all do good. Yeah, I just want to see you do good.
Are you still in Orange County?
I am. Yep. Kind of near Disneyland. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So driving wise, I'm about 45 to 55 minutes away from your brother when he's here from Ben.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That's
and
not
actually, far at all. It's not far at all. And I'm down on that campus. That campus is very, very big. It's in different areas of the city. But I'm on two of the campuses quite a bit because I teach women's health down there. And I literally teach at USC. Yeah. So I should get him one day when I'm teaching and I'll just go to dinner with him. Yeah. I totally should do it. I know, it'd be fun.
I'm sure you'd love that.
Yeah, I bet he would. I would love it too. All right. So did we hit everything? Do you have some stuff on your thing that maybe I didn't hit on?
Let me check. We did the role models. We did.
Because I checked mine.
Mm.
For those of you listening, we write down questions so we make sure we hit the top topics. And then
if we talk about you being my California mom, and
we just touched on it briefly. Like, how much did that mean anything to you guys? Did you refer to me like that to your friends? Like, how did that work?
Jason was the one who he started introducing you as our California mom when we were younger. But I can't recall any times that. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember like bringing you up to my friends.
Yeah, I don't think there would be a reason, but yeah.
I'm sure like if they had questions about surrogacy, like you came up, but I think like that made it really like easy for us to understand who you were at first, and it also like made us closer to you in a way.
Yeah.
But like now that we're older and I understand what surrogacy is, like I refer to you as Ellen. Ellen, my surrogate mother. But
oh wow, I got that title. Wow, Maddie. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Oh crap, really? Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
But that's what I refer to you when I share my story with others.
Well, thank you. Jeez. Sometimes Ellen, the person that had me, the baby, but surrogate mother. Wow. Thank you. God. Thank you, Maddie. That's sweet. That's sweet.
I mean, you should be like, that's who you were. You helped us.
I was, but I mean, not everybody has relationships or knows their surrogate babies after they are adults like you guys. Right. Like that to me is right there. A gift I'll never ever get anywhere else. This is like a part of my heart that won't ever be filled by anything else because, like I said, we don't go back and forth. But now that we're chatting, heck, I'll be hitting you up on texts and stuff, and I'll follow you.
I am so glad we're doing this because. Yay! Do you think other surrogate families are doing something like this?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they should.
Cool. This is, I mean, when we started the podcast, we started it because one, I'm just gonna be straight up, like we were too lazy to write a book. Cause like writing a book, that's gonna take so long.
Yeah.
It's so much dedication. And it's like, oh my gosh. So I was just like, you know what? People are doing this podcast thing, Mom. Let's figure it out. So we started the podcast. And at first it was just like, this is the how-tos. Like, this is how you get into it. This is what you should look for. Here are the red flags, A, B, C, D. And then it was like, oh, well, we'll share our stories too. Cause like together we've had 6 journeys and each one is vastly different.
Right.
And then we were like, oh, well, if other people want to share their stories, what a great way to like tell other people about them. So then, oh my God, and now this is what happens when you have so many babies. Cause now I forgot my point.
No, and then we were talking and we were like, I wonder if the triplets would come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was my point.
I'm like, I don't know. That's a little invasive. I don't think they're going to come on. And that's how we went back and forth. I'm like, heck, I'm just going to go out and ask. And I think it was around my birthday or something. And you guys said happy birthday or somebody said something. And I'm like, oh, it's an entry point. Okay. I'm going to ask. And Sebastian was the one who was communicating the most. And so I'm like, would you be interested in this? And he was like all over it. And I'm like, if he feels that way, maybe his brother and sister feel that way.
Yeah. And then, we already talked to Terry.
To Terry. Yeah.
And then Jason said that he'll come on. And so
we got to
like listen to that.
Oh my God.
Family. Personally, I enjoy listening to podcasts. Like I listened to Seb's whole thing with you guys when I was working out. It's just so fun to listen to. And then I listened to Ben's just when I was driving.
Yeah. Oh, that's
awesome. I didn't finish it. So
you didn't finish it?
Not yet. I enjoy listening to their experiences and just like how they answer these questions.
Exactly. Because they were a little different than yours. And I really wanted to hear your perspective. And I hate to be focusing that you were the only girl in the house, but you were.
But like you were.
And when we found out, I'll never forget the day I found out what the 3 of you were. Baby B, and baby C. It was the gender reveal. Your parents weren't here. I don't know why they weren't out here for that appointment, but I went, they scanned, they gave the genders. I went into my car and called them on the phone. And they were both, I was on speaker apparently. And I told them, it's okay, baby A, that's a boy, and baby B, that's the girl, and baby C, that's the boy. And right there, it clicked. Oh God, it's one girl and 4 or 5 potentially boys. Like it's going to be 4 against 1 for her whole life. Like I was like, oh, the poor baby. And then when you were born, you were the littlest, but you were the best fighter. I don't know if your parents have told you that. You were the littlest and you fought the hardest to suck and get off that oxygen. And you were a fighter. You were just phenomenal. I mean, all 3 of you were, but because you were like literally almost like, I think it was almost a pound lower than the boys, or maybe a little less than a pound.
Yeah.
You had
said before she was like 4 something and the boys were like 5 or 6 something.
She was no. The boys were around 4 and she was in the 3s.
Oh,
like low kidding. 3s. Yeah. They first came and told me she was 2 pounds, like 10. And I'm like, no, she's not. I saw her come out. There's no way she's that little. And then your dad, Jason, came back and he said, no, Ellen, she's 3 something. And I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah. But you're still the littlest, but you guys came back, man. Whoo. You did. You were the fighter.
I've always wondered, like, if that 4th egg stuck, like what if it was
another girl, right?
Like, what'd she look like? Would she be the same? Would we like have the same interests? I think about that sometimes.
I would too, because your brothers have each other. They're boys, and I know you're all triplets and you're all very, very close. So that's another question. Since you did have the opportunity to go off when you were younger, in your, before you were 13 or 14, maybe 11, 12, and the boys didn't really have those experiences. How is it being for the 3 of you across the country? You're all scattered. Do you guys communicate a lot via text or email, or do you do?
Yeah, I FaceTime them a lot and I text them a lot.
Okay.
I think we keep in touch a lot, which is good.
Yeah.
But also like we've been with each other for like 18, 19 years before we got to college. So it was like a good little break. And I mean, it's nice that colleges like have longer breaks, and when we go home we appreciate seeing each other. And then like, we have to be around you guys for like a month. So
right. Oh, that's awesome. That's
cool.
really cool.
mm-hmm.
Is there any questions you have of us, or did we cover most everything?
I think you guys hit all my questions.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 2 questions that I was given by the peoples. And I think kind of you already answered one of them, but like, were you interested in knowing who your egg donor was as you grew up?
Yes, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to ask Jason to send me a picture of who she was. Because I mean, I just wanted to see like if we had the same features, like what she looked like. But I think I'm sure I'll probably not get the chance to, but like meeting her, I think that would be freaking cool if I could.
That'd be super
That would be cool. That would be cool. Does Jason know where she's at?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure it's in some paperwork, but I have no clue. So
yeah, that's super interesting.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how do you think being born from a surrogate has impacted your goals for a family?
Wow.
That's a hard question. I mean, I'm so young. I haven't
know
about children yet.
Right.
But I think surrogacy is great. And it's an amazing opportunity for, families who aren't able to have children. But I also think that there's nothing more pure than having your own child like come from you. Yeah. But if I were to not be able to have children, I think surrogacy would be something I'd be interested in. Just because I'm a surrogate baby and I know all about it. So.
And can I ask you like a bonus question on top of that? I think Benjamin had mentioned it, but so say one day you have your own children and surrogacy comes up in some type of way. Would you ever see yourself being a surrogate? We will not be offended if you say no.
Wow.
I guess like I said like before, I think I've always wanted to have like children, and I know I will when I'm older. But personally, I think I would like want to have a child come from me. But if I wasn't able to, I would totally do surrogacy.
But would you ever be a surrogate?
Oh, would I?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's a hard question. I've never really thought about
that's a really tough one. Yeah.
She's
not close to it. We're not saying we're trying to recruit you. We're just it's just a question.
Yeah. I really don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I think if someone needed me to, I'd think about it. But
like if one of your brothers needed you, I wonder how that would work out. It would be something you'd probably contemplate.
I'd probably think about it.
You might be open to it. Yeah. It's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. I just couldn't ask your brothers. Sorry, I just couldn't ask your brothers that question. But
put her on the spot.
I didn't mean to.
This has been delightful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on.
I enjoyed this.
Oh, yay. We had a good time too. I learned a lot more too. Like I had no idea about some of this stuff. Wow.
And can I just say, like, out of the 3 of you, like, you all talk like so much better than me. And like, you guys are just so calm, but like you especially, I don't know what it is, but the way you talk, it is just like Jason, like in the sense of like, you're just so calm, cool, and collected. And you're just like, yeah. And I'm just like, what?
like a fire could be going on in the background and you'd just be like, all right, we need to evacuate. Like that's Jason. Like, it's so interesting to see the little nuances that each of you took or inherited from both parents. I mean, because when you grow in a situation too, it's, what do they call that? Nature versus nurture. Because I took on tendencies from my adoptive mom, and it's because I lived with her, and I just talk like her or what have you. But yeah, it was very interesting to see the 3 on how Jason's influences and Terry's have hit both of you. Yeah, but you definitely. And the more I look at you,
because I never thought about that.
I didn't know
I talked to Jason.
you just, and even like the cute little smile, and just like, it's like, I just see Jason, like, you're much prettier than he is. Let's just put it out there. But
do you see any similarities with Terry by chance? Or not?
Not so much. Maybe. Well, okay. Sebastian, I see your grandma Gail.
Yeah.
Like
the hair.
From day one, that kid looked like your grandmother, Gail. And I'm like, what?
Oh,
that is genetics at its best. It's bizarre.
Did he come out with that red hair?
His was lighter than you guys's. Yeah. And
what was mine? Was mine really red too?
Yours was lighter too. It wasn't red. I don't think the red stuff started coming out until you guys like started the hair growing. Yeah. And that's how I can tell you apart as the babies. Ben's was super dark.
How funny.
Yeah.
Which is still like that.
Yeah, that's still true. And I think he looks like Jeff and Jason. I think that's how I think Ben looks.
And Seb, I can kind of see. I mean, I feel like the Feldman genes are really strong. Like Seb has a little bit of Jason. I have a little bit of Sherry.
You
Ben,
do.
Jeff, Jason. Yeah.
Super strong genes. I agree. You got the best of all of them because you're so pretty. So
but I will say, I mean, I don't know your parents as well as my mom does, but I do remember Terry very much because something just drew me to him. And like, even when his personality, man, I want his personality. But like, even when we just talked, like not that long ago, I will say that like, I see in all three of you his heart. I haven't talked to Jason, so like I'm sure he has a fantastic heart too because I know who they are as a couple. But like definitely you guys are like the sweetest 19-year-olds ever. It's unfathomable.
Yeah, the fact that you all three agreed to even do the podcast, like to get, and I'm not trying to say 19-year-olds are just, they're all about their own thing, but you guys are tied to your phones. You're all about the social media stuff. You're all about, how many likes and this and that. Other 19-year-olds probably wouldn't have been so agreeable.
Open-minded.
And open-minded. But I think because you guys are the triplets of a surrogacy, that it made more sense for you guys to come on, but still there's something there. You're all at a different maturity level. Like, all of you are, all three of you.
I'm totally sharing this with all of my friends for sure. I think they need to listen to my story.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. But there you go. Cool. And now when people ask you, you can just be like, you know what? Here, go listen.
My podcast.
Right.
And then gonna be on there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much. I knew that took up some time, but we so appreciate it. Honestly, I think everybody's gonna love the podcast. I really do.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to listen to it. I mean, although I talk, like I can't wait to like hear it. Like
yeah. No, it'll probably be up probably end of June.
Okay,
maybe.
Cool.
Yeah. No? Oh, Kennedy's telling me no. Early July.
Okay, just text me when it's.
I'll text you when it's going up. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Fabulous. All right, sweetie. Tell everybody we said hi.
I will.
Okay. All right.
Have
take
a
care.
good one. Bye,
Hey, you
guys.
too.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. You said bye, guys. So then I was saying bye, guys. And then I called her a guy. And so I'm sorry, Maddie, you're not a guy.
She's super sweet. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like the sweetest.
So sweet. Ellen, my surrogate mother. God, that one's going down in the books for me.
Yeah, I'm sure. And she can email all her people. Like, come on, Ellen, you're talking to like what is she? A Gen X?
I don't know what the
or Gen Z. We don't email.
Did I say email?
Yeah, you're like, do you text or email your siblings?
Oh, you guys don't email.
Hey, I'm gonna email you.
What?
Email is texting. That's our generation.
So sorry.
It's okay. It was just really cute to hear you say that.
Okay. Whatever. So anybody, everywhere, whatever. Thank you everyone for listening to this one. Yes. That is let's see. She was baby B. We didn't even say that in the beginning. Baby B.
Yeah, it was said.
It was said? I don't think it was. And that was Maddie, and her brothers were Ben and Sebastian, or are Ben and Sebastian. And that is the triplet surrogacy I had. And her dad, one of her dads was Terry, who will be
who you guys already heard.
You guys are heard. And then hopefully we're going to get their other dad, Jason, on here sometime super soon. But we thank you all for listening. And that's been another edition of Stop.Sit.Surrogate.
Yes, if you guys have any stories that you guys would like to share with us, if you're especially if you're an agency, we would love to talk to an agency. I especially would. It's nothing. I just would. That sounded bad. I literally just want to have. I just have questions.
Okay.
I just have questions.
Okay.
And I would love to get at least 2 agencies, and then see the difference, in it all. But any type of a surrogate journey that you guys have been on, if you guys would like to come on and share, if you guys have questions for us, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Surrogate Mother, SURROG, the number 8 mother. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. It's been Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link to our YouTube channel in the description. And be sure to also check out our children's book, My Mom Has Superpowers, sold on Amazon and Etsy.